Good evening. 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 Good evening.
Evening, Tate.
Good evening, Jack.
You right?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Yourself?
Yeah, all good. All good.
All good, and as the intro said, good evening, Unai Emery's on a roll.
The Emery Masterclass.
Well, we'll get on to the masterclass
And
what happened over the double game week. So we
yes,
haven't
yeah, there was a lot of
since
football.
our episode of Nick,
Mm-hmm.
which was a week ago today,
Mm-hmm.
previewing the midweek games, but a lot's happened.
Yes.
Lots happened in just over a week, isn't it?
Yeah, now we'll get to the rest of it, and this week is like perfect. Not perfect, but yeah, it just is football in a week. Like in a nutshell, it's
what
happened.
can happen in 20 games of
Yes.
Premier League football is
Yeah.
quite remarkable. But like Jack touched on there, the basis of the show will be a chat on our two games from midweek and then going on to our weekend games. Maybe might touch on a couple of other clubs or games throughout the show when we talk about different points and stuff that's happened over the weekend. And then we'll go into the usual Team of the Week prediction, winner, loser. And we're going to start with the teaser. And man of the moment, Unai Emery is the fifth manager to win 15 consecutive Premier League home games in charge of a club.
Mm.
Who are the other four?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that many.
Yes. No. Emery's up there.
Right. Shall we start Tuesday night, Amazon
Yes.
Prime,
Yep.
15 minutes past 8. Luton Hall, what's their stadium?
Kenilworth Road.
Kenilworth Road.
The
that's
Kenny.
one. Wow. But this is a game, and I've just put my first note on my notes looking at now is, what a game for the neutral.
Yeah.
If you're a foreign fan, or you
Mm.
don't care about football, if you don't care about a particular Premier League club or whoever, or you just sit down to watch Premier League, that is like the advert. You've got top versus like second from bottom, third from bottom, wherever they are in the league. Anything can happen. Going into the game, I thought should be reasonably comfortable. You know, playing at that sort of ground, you have the FA. I call it like an FA Cup sort of feel about it, because it is super tight there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah. And I was like you
10,000,
before.
wasn't there?
I think it's like maybe just over 11,000 in a stadium, but yeah, beforehand and before the game went on, exactly. It'll be tough and whatever. They'll probably ride it out for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, but yeah, Spurs have gone there and won. Teams go and win there. Liverpool struggled, but teams go there and win. And yeah, I thought Arsenal would win, not comfortably, but they'd win the game.
Yeah, I thought it could be tough, but I was expecting a win by probably maybe 2 or 3 goals.
Yeah, not the way it panned
But
out.
Luton haven't been battered by anyone.
No,
If you've
true.
seen the weekend just gone, they just played Man City, the best team in the world, and they won. And they held their own for 65, 70 minutes.
Yeah.
The game started pretty evenly, a couple of chances here and there, until a nice bit. It was actually a mistake from the Luton player. On the back pass. The goalkeeper should have done better with that.
Yeah, they were doing so well. They battled toe-to-toe with Arsenal. Arguably, last year finished second. Top 2 in the league, like second or best team in the league currently. And yeah, they did everything you'd want from that, like you said about the FA Cup feel to it. From a small club, just promoted, limited budget, God knows who their players are, an unknown manager, all the rest of it, at home, at their tight, that feel, a night game, you want to get up for it, you want all the effort, and they were doing so well. And yeah, they just shot themselves in the foot straight away.
Well, ironically though, I think watching this goal back, that goal can only happen at Kenilworth Road.
Yeah,
Because how the ball
so
rebounds
close.
off the back. The ball boy doesn't throw it back to him. It rebounds off the advertising board and like behind. That just goes that's like West Ham. That triggers along the track for 10 minutes. Or at Old Trafford, it goes down the ditch or wherever.
Yeah.
Because it's at the ground, it rebounds off. Jesus is straight there, makes a throw into Saka, squares it across. Bit of a scrappy finish, but 1-0. And I thought, well, we've rode our way into the first 20 minutes. Time to build. Then within 5 minutes was the theme of the night. Arsenal giving away sloppy goals. Second goal we've conceded this season off a corner, off a set piece as well. Free header, great header. Don't take anything away from the header, but poor from Arsenal. Gabriel was up, Rice was up, and I think it was Martinelli that maybe left his man.
It was. It was just poor defending, and they're like people always look at when it's set pieces, corners. Oh, it's poor defending, but yes, it's the only, one of the few ways you thought Luton would score, and yeah, it's the first thing you say, right, do not concede from set pieces, corners, and yeah, you did. And when you went one up, I was like, oh, here we go. Like Arsenal, like you said, they went right in their luck. They weren't bad the whole game at all, but it was a very, very close game. And then, yeah, you scored the first goal. I was like, oh, okay, here we go. The floodgates will open. They'll get battered. But yeah, quick response from the corner.
And even after they scored, I think we responded well. Martinelli had a chance. I think Jesus had a chance. Havertz had a shot. I think it was saved. And it was going into half time, and it was a nice bit of work from Saka and White on the right hand side. Lovely dink ball, and any striker in the world is going to gobble that up.
Yep.
2-1 at half time, and again, maybe complacency from my behalf, but thinking now it's time to build 3-4. Hopefully we can see the game out. But Luton again, the second half, having absolutely none of it.
Yeah, no, and that's what I thought. I thought 45 minutes is done brilliantly. If they carry this on, that's even better. But yeah, even then, they say, right, okay, half time, Arsenal get little team talk in, they'll calm down, they'll sort it out, they'll do this, do that. But yeah, Luton come out no different, were they? They were, again, battled. They did everything you'd want from that sort of side, who were nowhere near the level of Arsenal. But then, yeah, Raya.
What was Raya doing?
Yeah, I was going to say, Raya, the two areas that led to the second and third goal. Yeah, he just was totally misread it underneath it. No foul, no one was near him. It was just poor goalkeeping.
Didn't actually touch him either.
No,
like he won the ball fair and square, and if anything, it was Raya pushing to Adebayo.
Because when they go down, when the goalies go down and it's happened, you obviously it's a goal, and then you think, they'll give this, it'll be something like whatever. But yeah, it was just it was absolutely nothing.
And you watch it back, not one Arsenal player even complained they knew that he'd done.
And that's the goalie was by himself. It wasn't a centre back near him or another Arsenal player. Just clutching at straws when he.
And then 8 minutes later, Ross Barkley was played through. He shrugged off Odegaard, I think, and then left-footed shot under Raya, and I think, wow, what's going on?
Yeah.
We're 12 minutes into the second half. He's conceded twice. Like, what is going? I don't actually think we're playing badly at that stage.
No, and yeah, that's
two stinkers of absolutely.
Yeah, just your goalie. That third goal for Luton, that was just the second mistake. Just it doesn't matter whoever your second or third choice goalie, even if they'd done that, you never expected that.
Birthday boy himself, Ross Barkley, was having an incredible game.
He was very good, wasn't he? He was very good.
Very good. But I think what really helped Arsenal was the immediate response of the goal, and this is what I think was like the plan for signing Kai Havertz, was that exact goal. The one of long ball to Jesus, who will fight, won it, played it through, and Havertz, I think the plan is for always him to be running through,
yeah, definitely.
And like I said, I think I mentioned last week or the week before, there's no surprise in the upturn of Havertz's form since Jesus has been back in the team, because he is that guy who will hold the ball up, he will fight and allow runners on, whereas Nketiah, who has been playing majority of the season, is the runner. Yeah, he is not the same. I like him, but he's not.
Yeah, he's a striker. Jesus is probably not a striker. He's just an all-round player. Whereas, like you said, Havertz is that third-man run, ghosting past midfielders into the box. That's the ideal. That's his ideal situation. Third goal for Arsenal in the league as well.
I'm thinking Dele Alli.
Yeah, 100. That's the thing that I thought of him straight away when you said that.
That sort of goal that. And like I said, was it third goal in 4 games?
Third goal. I don't know about in game, but
goal. Scored in the Champions League 2 weeks ago, whatever. And he's looking really confident. That was the best game he's played for Arsenal. I thought he played really well again on Saturday.
That's what I've got. I was going to just ask, are you happy? Yeah, happy with Havertz so far?
I am now seeing him in. I mean, I think I mentioned it a while back. I think he's one of them players who needs like the Goldilocks. Is it Goldilocks? The Goldilocks treatment. Basically, he needs everything to be just right. He's not going to be not going to be a guy to go win it on the scruff of his neck, or if Saka's out, Martinelli's out, that he's going to be the one to step up. Yeah, if
you got your perfect team, he'll work within that team.
And I think he needs someone to link up with, and Jesus is an incredible player who draws others into the game more than we have had up front before, shall I say. And Havertz's goal was in the 60th minute, and I just thought we just have to just win this now. We've got half an hour now. 35 minutes to go get a goal. We had a couple of chances. There was a couple of shouts for penalties. I don't think there was much in a lot of them. Trossard went close. I think Odegaard went close. Rice had a shot deflected wide. Havertz had a good header. He probably should have scored. He headed it up instead of heading it down into the ground. But I still maintained a lot. Sort of kept seeing the clock ticking and thinking, we're gonna get one more chance. We're gonna get one more chance. And we've given refs stick all over the place on this podcast before. But what I will give them credit for, and this game ends 3-3 last season, because in the 92nd minute, Brighton took 90 seconds, maybe even nearly 2 minutes on a throw-in.
Yeah.
And the ref actually stood there. I know they do the old tap watch. The ref stood there, and there was six minutes added on, and he played 8 because of how long they took for that throw-in.
Yeah.
The ball and the goal is worked superbly for a 98th minute, 97th minute winner, because the free kicks played short. It goes to Ben White, plays it to Odegaard, he plays it out to Zinchenko, who then sets it. And I'm thinking, they've had enough bloody time to play around it. But the ref did his due diligence with the adding on the time. And the setback, Odegaard whipped it in. Rice, bang, header. They're the goals that I am just petrified one day he's going to be millimetre offside. And
it will happen.
It'll just be, and they're the ones that will just break your heart to smithereens. But I was watching that with girlfriends at the time. I just went absolutely nuts.
Yeah, I think the whole of Arsenal
did.
Win a
game. Like, it's obviously gutting for all the opposition fans watching, and that's that great clip of Cundy and O'Hara watching it, and the two middle-aged blokes just sitting there. Oh, we can't do what's that silly thing he does in TalkSport?
No, I'm not going to. Yeah, it's awful.
I can't hear you.
It's
they were gagging to do that all night.
Mm-hmm.
Rewrite the show in 10 minutes quickly, boys.
Yeah.
But it's just, that is why we love football. Like, whether it's your team, my team, it's just, that is just the epitome of.
And this is like obviously biased, but I didn't know Arsenal were going to score, or knew. It just happens that Arsenal just do score late goals a lot of the time, probably more than most. And it just feels that way. I was just like I was gutted. I thought, oh, come on, look, the 3-2 up, they're gonna get a point. It's got to. Like, they're at home. Like everything I said earlier, they're playing so well. They're working hard. They're doing this, doing that. But the fourth goal itself, the Osho, I think the captain or the centre back they got the man of the match, he was at fault for the goal. And it's just like, you do everything supposedly for 96 minutes, and then into the 97th you slightly make an error and cost your side. But I was saying earlier, but like before the game, Arsenal win. Yeah, it doesn't matter, irrelevant. But then when it's as the game develops and you're watching it and you're getting involved and you're invested, then it turns out that way. It's even more.
You go roller coaster, you go up, you go down, you go up.
And as a Tottenham fan, anyone who opposes Arsenal, it was so frustrating to watch. But it was just like I said, it was like, well, Arsenal should beat Luton, so it is what it is.
But that moment you just said, the Osho was so good, but in the 97th minute he switched off for a second, and the guy that didn't switch off was a £100 million player. And I think that is the small differences, but that's why these teams are where they are, the players are where they are.
Yeah.
And that's it's just a part of football that is so great when it's on your side, but also absolutely heartbreaking for Luton, who have worked their absolute nuts off, and they get nothing. And
similar to their performance of the weekend, but everything you want from that new side at home. They scrapped. They had certain individuals who are considered better, like Barkley and even Townsend, that are better quality, that played to their potential as such and showed their bit of quality. Barkley with the goal, but just rode their luck. But then and they score 3 at home, but couldn't quite see it through.
Yes, I think if Arsenal score, if you were to say before the game, Arsenal are going to score 4 goals. No one's thinking it's going to be a tight game. No. And then if you tell Luton you're going to score 3 goals, they'll think they haven't scored 3 goals all season. So going into that game, playing against the team with the tightest defence in the league.
Yeah.
Who have only conceded 1 goal out of 15 games before that game from set pieces.
Yeah.
Like where do we target them at?
Yeah. Declan Rice said it was a massive moment for Arsenal. He was speaking of last season's struggles and the belief they have now. And Rice is the third Arsenal player, to score 2 90th-minute winners in a season. Can you name the other 2?
2 in a season?
Yeah, let me repeat. So Rice is the third different Arsenal player to score 2 90th-minute winners in one season. And there's 2 other players, but one of the other players has done it in 2 separate seasons.
Fabregas?
No. So I'll give you the years. It was this particular player in 93 and 94 he did it, and in 95, 96 season he did it. And then the second player
Alan
did
Smith?
No. Similar era.
Merson?
No.
I don't know.
Striker.
Oh, Ian Wright? I was
Ian
thinking
Wright.
Ian Wright. I thought it was too obvious.
Ian Wright, and then this is another striker, did it in the 09-10 season.
09-10. I want to say with Van Persie Adebayor.
Who's third or fourth? Third or fourth choice at that time.
Bloody hell. 09-010. Bentner.
Bentner, yeah. Bentner did it.
But it was. Have you got the games?
No, I just got the players.
Wolves. He did it. Don't know. He did it against Wolves. I know he scored that. He wasn't the 90th minute, but he scored against you lot. After just coming on, it was quite late on.
But yeah, I was surprised Bentner. Bloody hell.
And it would have been maybe Bolton. Bolton he did it against.
I'm not sure. Possibly. But yes. But after that fixture, Arsenal back to the top by, was it 2 points?
5.
2? Oh, 5, sorry.
Because obviously the Wednesday game.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And then Liverpool played Wednesday.
Yes.
City played Wednesday.
Yep. And then what, went back to...
Went back to 2.
2, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
But 6 above City, as we'll get on to, because obviously they lost.
Yes. Yeah, so yeah, going into the weekend, Arsenal were 2 points clear.
Yeah, the top. Should we move on to Thursday's game?
Yes.
The cup final.
Yep. Champions League.
You were confident, but I think with West Ham, there's always that lingering.
Yeah.
I hope we don't.
Yeah, and if you actually listen to last week's episode, I said before I went on, I did actually say exactly not that we're going to lose 2-1, but it's that game. It's that West Ham feeling. It don't matter what form they're in, who they got as manager, what they think about their players. That game, they just says something about the game, and yeah, that is exactly what happened.
So I didn't actually watch the game, so I've caught up on highlights and read some reports and whatnot. But I'd like to get your views. Was it a normal? I'm assuming from going to you were at the game, weren't you?
Yes.
I'm assuming them sort of games are normally pretty lively atmosphere to start with. Players are up, the crowd's up for it. They want to win.
Yeah. No, it was. It was.
And especially after scoring after 11 minutes, you must have thought, right, here we go.
Yeah, no, it was, and it was good atmosphere. Everyone was happy and whatever. We scored early on, and it wasn't like absolute mental scenes like we scored. We were absolutely buzzing, but we were like, right, 1-0. We can. This is it. Because normally I feel like normally that doesn't happen. It's normally 0-0 for a long, long time, scrappy, and you're nervous at what you're watching. But we scored early on, and we thought, right, this is perfect. This is surely we go on and win this game. But yeah, it was 11th minute. Romero, good header, obviously back from his suspension, and then we dominated the first half and we had lots of the ball. West Ham were absolutely god-awful, and a lot of their supporters said exactly the same.
Hit the post, didn't you? I think you had a good chance. Fabianski made a save.
Yeah.
Hit the outside the post or something.
Yeah, as soon as we scored, they had a chance. Kudos was offside, but they suddenly kicked into gear and went on the attack. But apart from that, like I said, they were on the edge of the box. They were just like hoofing the ball long. It was very easy for us, but we thought, right, as that first half dragged on, we're like, we need to score. We didn't. And it just wasn't happening. And at half-time, we were saying the same things, like, right, we need to score. We need to come out and match them. Otherwise, this could go horribly wrong. We know they're going to come out. They can't be as bad as they've been. And yeah, the second half began, and out came West Ham. Yeah.
Any changes at half-time for them, was there? Or
No. I think, that was it. I stayed the same.
I mean, it was a 52nd minute. Bowen smashed one back in the top corner, but that's not quite. It's not the whole story of what happened.
No.
I was reading the BBC report, and their exact comment is Bowen hit the back of the net for the Hammers, latching onto a loose ball in the penalty area.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Kudos cut inside,
and he hit Romero that hit
Davis,
and then it rebounded perfectly. Yeah,
but yeah, Bowen was obviously way offside because he was making a run, never came to him. Kudos passed him, make it. Like I said, Romero bounced off Davis into obviously then Bowen, who's fortunate enough to be standing in front of the goal and smashed it home, and we just knew from that moment. We just knew that was here we go. It was exactly what we didn't want to happen was happening, and West Ham had offered nothing, literally zero to the game. That happens, and then they are suddenly well up for it and on the attack, and yeah, we look frightened. We look absolutely
How did you play that second half? Did you come out
No, just flat. It was just flat. It was just the players looked nervous. We were panicking, and yeah, it was everything we knew that could happen came into the game, and yeah, we said, like I said in the first half, said at half time, and we need to start the second half equal to West Ham. It just never was the way.
Can you repeat what you said when Højbjerg's got done that viral clip? Have you seen him when he went to go to
when
the
he
left?
fell out.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we actually were just laughing. Just yeah. But then I got my notes here. I said Højbjerg starts and plays a game. Need I say more? I mean, just every now
When
and
was
then.
his last start? Wolves. I feel like he hasn't started for a little
Possibly Wolves. But we'll get on to Spurs as a whole later on. But yeah, I think Wolves, might have been his start. But that's he just should not be starting. Shouldn't be playing more than 30 minutes when he's available. But yeah, then at 1-1, Richarlison misses a massive opportunity.
Edge, yeah.
Right, it was right in front of us and should score. Yes, he has to readjust his feet, but he should be scoring. Simple as that. And then second goal, Dogi's weak back pass allowed. I think Bowen might have challenged for it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
because Vicario committed to just trying to punch the ball away, which is absolutely fine. There's very little he could have done. And then Ward-Prowse hits his shot, rebounds straight back to him off the post, and 2-1. But even that, comes straight off the post, back to his feet. They score. The two very, very, very.
Do you think if that doesn't go in, they get an indirect free kick? They have to, surely.
I think I don't know. Didn't know the rule at the time, but apparently, surely. I don't know about if it was, but if Vicario would have caught it and held it, then it's a book into the goalie and an indirect free kick, obviously inside the box. But I'm not sure. I don't know what. I doubt the ref would even know what to have done in that situation. Yeah, if it had missed or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, because the Sky commentator, I know it was when I watched back on the highlights, they were saying that they were blaming the goalkeeper, saying, "Oh, we should have been stronger in that challenge."
Nah,
maybe the back pass is poor, and
Yeah.
it's a split-second decision, and he's panicked.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's lucky that it's hit Bowen to stop it going out.
Yeah.
And then Ward-Prowse has got the easiest tapping in the world to make it 2-1.
Yeah.
And when you've conceded 2 goals like that,
no, we just knew it was done. It was over. It's finished. It was like 74th minute, I think, 75th, but. Yeah, we just knew it was done. It was finished. And the way we were playing football, again, we kept the ball well and I don't know, when we got near the box and Andrew was saying he wasn't showing much conviction, we haven't showed that conviction from the weekend to basically win games of football. But yeah, we just knew as soon as that goal rolled in, that was the game there.
And that defeat meant that Tottenham lost 16 points from winning positions in the Premier League. It's the most by any other side. I mean, that stat is always there's 2 ways to look at that. The 16 points is a lot, but if you're winning in the 5th minute because you scored early, there's obviously a long way to go. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win the game.
Yeah, and then with that, I saw one
like Man City, for example.
Yeah, I saw one. It said when we're 2 goals ahead since October 2020, we've won 26 out of 26 from.
Yeah, I saw that at half time.
So stats can be very misleading. But yeah, as you said, regarding the West Ham game, just very similar to what we felt, and disappointed how we accepted our fate. We thought we were. This is his sort of paraphrasing. We thought, we 1-0 up, we're playing well, the result will take care of itself, and he obviously, he knew. But then that's what I'm saying. What happened at half time? What did he say? How did the players not understand it? Did they not realise the situation that was going to happen? What was going on? I don't know. But yeah, it was just it was poor. Very, very disappointing evening.
On the way back, was your phone lit up by?
No, I turned it off at half time.
Lots of hammers.
No, I turned my phone off, and this is more my point. I'll get into later on, but yeah, no. Over the coming days following that game and stuff, I had a sort of self-realisation. But yeah, I turned my phone off half time. Do not rise to it. Don't entertain the game, because like I said earlier at the start of this episode, that this week of football, the few games that have happened, it epitomises football in a nutshell. And yeah, we'll get onto it, but
there's always another game.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
And that is my
and I've probably learnt that for you, to be honest. Don't get too high when you win, and don't get too low when you lose. And it's very hard to do that because obviously, yes, the emotion and passion of football, that's everything. That's what it's all about. But yeah,
and it's slightly harder in your position, where you're not in any other cups, And it just, cause we had it 2 years ago, and it was just, when you lose crap, you've got to wait a whole week, but you can get another and that's what's good about the midweek game, and you get another one at the weekend. But let's move on to the weekend game. Aston Villa versus Arsenal, second versus third at the time, I think it was, or third or fourth, because Arsenal had dropped down to second because of Liverpool's lucky win. My God, it was a bit of a boring game, but Liverpool got it in the end. But that's what you need.
92nd minute.
Yeah. So, it's actually, weirdly enough, Griff and I went to Arsenal last weekend to watch Arsenal versus Wolves. Yeah, Wolves it was. And we sat in the pub and we're looking at the fixtures, and we thought that's when we found out that we've got Luton and Villa next, and so have City, just in the reverse order. And we thought, oh, strange. And we both agreed there and then. I said to him, would you take, sitting here now, would you take the exact same result that City get at Villa? And he was like, yeah. I said, I think I would as well. Whatever City get, I would take the same result. So, and lo and behold, both a 1-0 loss. But
the Villa super team.
But there are two different 1-0 loss stories there. By all accounts, Man City were absolutely hammered. You get no points playing for playing well and losing, but there we go. On paper, you could argue that was Arsenal's strongest team. Zinchenko, Tomiyasu, up to here or there. Maybe put Partey in again. Horses for courses, I think them two players. Whether you're playing a Luton at home, then you play your more attacking team. If you're playing City away, then you play more defensive team. Wasn't too sure. Maybe there's a pessimist in me. I thought I did think we were going to probably slip up here, because Villa 14 wins on the trot going into that. Just beat Man City. Not just beat them, they annihilated them. I know the scoreline only says 1-0, but Man City were held to 2 shots. Something like that. Something ridiculous like that. And they're up for it, Villa. Emery's there under the lights. You've got Carragher, Neville there. They want a party, and it was all built up to be a big thing. And Arteta not in the stands and whatnot. I think Arsenal started well, weathered a quick storm. The goal, they had a chance of Saka, and that's where Villa's goal came from the back. I think Martinez played out and they made a good move. They've clearly targeted Zinchenko on the left, but every team has a chink in their armour, for a better expression. Zinchenko's that person. You just have to wear it. Like, if you look at Liverpool, they're outstanding, but where'd you target them? Trent. Yeah. But where do they target you?
Yeah, Trent. Yeah.
So it's we target them with Zinchenko coming in. That's our strength point. We build the midfield up. Here or there with Zinchenko, you have to wear it. He probably does more good things than he does bad, so you have to just accept that they're going to target him. And that's where the goal came from. That the tactic Arsenal had done was bring Gabriel out to left back to attack Bailey or Diaby, who was in play. They're both in fantastic form. Diaby cuts in. White doesn't get tight enough on McGinn, who turns him and smashes it, and keeper's got no chance.
Yeah, yeah, it was a quick start from him. He's sort of got it, and his big bum was backing up.
Really, they haven't done anything. We haven't really done anything, but we're 1-0 down already. 7 minutes gone. But we then grew into the game, and I thought, the first we had chances. Martinelli had a chance. Saka had another chance. Jesus had a couple of half chances here and there. Probably the big chance we had in the first half was Martinelli through. He dinked it over the goalkeeper, but not enough to get it cleared off the line. And I was confident we were playing well. Havertz looked sharp. He was making dribbles. Half time, I thought we're gonna get something out of this because we're playing well. Villa have done nothing since their goal. They look tired because obviously they put in an astronomical effort to beat Man City that much, and they made their first sub in the 85th minute. So and they played exactly the same team, as they did on Wednesday. And obviously Arsenal also played the same team bar one player and had to fight to the very end. But maybe the uses of energy, and we had an extra day's rest. You never know. But we still started again the second half very well. There was a chance, Saka's offside goal. There's a couple. Jesus had a penalty shout, which for me, I'm torn on this one because he gets none of the ball. He just kicks his foot. Gabriel Jesus makes a meal of it, and throughout my lifetime, that is not a penalty. But we live in an age of VAR.
Yeah,
they get given all the time. You've only got to look at Mateta on the weekend,
Liverpool,
and it's the same. The ref doesn't give it because he makes a meal of it, and it's not enough to be given. But I'm not. I don't think it should be a penalty, but because you've seen them given,
I agree. And that's a problem. It's like that They do. They have been given this whole time, or they do get given a lot, but then suddenly that's not given. So okay, then fine. But now you've got to continue that, and it just won't. You just know it won't be. But yeah, I agree with the decision at the time, and yeah, I don't think it was a penalty. It was you're saying it's the same as the Liverpool. I think it's similar, but I do think the Liverpool one he just totally cleaned him out, and there's a big old swipe. It's not. Is much more whatever word you want to say, force, power, strength, whatever. But yeah, I don't think it's a penalty.
The real killer for us though was Odegaard's misses. He missed 3 glorious.
What was that one of it? I don't know if it was first half. When someone, I think whoever's commented said it was like a classic Arsenal move. It just ends up Odegaard or someone sweeps it in the back of net. But that one, it was he just got it well wrong.
Funny enough, I read an article in the week just gone. And it was because of the nice goal we scored against Wolves, and it was like the buzzword was like called the ozone. Because that how many times the compilations have how many goals have you seen him score?
Just runs onto it
between the penalty spot and the edge of the box.
Cut
and
back,
he's running onto it, bang in the corner first time.
Yeah,
and he had 2 or 3 chances to bury it, and he's such a good finisher at doing that. I wouldn't have anyone else in that team in that position having that ball fall to him. But. Yeah. It just wasn't his day, and it wasn't Arsenal's day. And I'm okay with losing like that. I'm okay that that's probably going to happen another 2 or 3 times this season at least, where we did play really well, and the small margins cost us. Like Gabriel Jesus was absolutely superb, except the last bit again. That was a ball when I think maybe Saka crossed it into him. His first touch is awful, but it's in so much space, doesn't get the shot away. And them small margins will turn some days, and some days they won't. And we limited Villa at home to very, very little, I thought.
Yeah.
We haven't made any comment on David Raya. Didn't have to do anything.
No.
There was no dodgy moments because he didn't have to claim any crosses.
No.
Didn't have to.
But then he did have an absolute shock against Luton. So.
No, I know, but there was nothing. Oh, is he going to get dropped again? Is he not? He just came in and just was fine because he didn't do anything. No one saw him. It was Arsenal had the ball. And how many times did Arsenal win the ball back in Villa's third when they were looking a bit shaky? We just didn't kill him. We didn't have that rueful streak where Martinelli was off for a little bit. He got subbed and found out he's now ill apparently, and Saka had a foot issue or something. But it's football, and these things don't go. We've had games like that where we've won, and and then the crowning moment to just when you know it's not our day is when the ball comes into the box in the 92nd minute, whatever it was. It bundled for Havertz and Nketiah between themselves, bundle it in. And the ref disallowed it straight away, and then I thought, this isn't going to get given.
No.
On the replay, it touches Havertz's hand. There's no way of getting around it. But the issue is, the rules are wrong. It touches Matty Cash's hand. And because if you can't touch the ball with your hand and then score, even like the goal against the United versus Bournemouth goal, that 4th goal, why is that getting disallowed? He had nothing about it, does he?
Yeah, I know. But then
if Nketiah sticks it in, it gets given as a goal.
Does it? I didn't know that.
Because the person who, if it's not like if it's accidental handball and Nketiah
and it's someone else, it's not the person that hits his arm. Oh, right, I didn't know that.
I can't remember the other game. I've seen it a couple of years ago where the handball rule is in the defender's favour there because Matty Cash handballs it. Havertz handballs it. It's not a penalty because it's accidental, but it's just. Yeah,
but I do agree with the rule
I think it should.
Yeah, it should be a rule because you're not a handball. You're not allowed to use your arms. So if you're saying, I know what you're saying, that's the rule, but it sounds ridiculous. But players will hit it with their arm, but pretend it's. Do you know what I mean? It's not real, and then that's the rule.
I think it should be disallowed. I'm not saying we were done out by a VAR decision. I think it should have been disallowed. I just think the rules there are a bit backwards because if that falls to Nketiah and he stabs it home, it counts. Because I don't think the handball didn't change the trajectory of the ball. It literally
it would have dropped down anyway. Yeah.
But then that was just Arsenal's day. We played really, really well. We just didn't have that finish.
Didn't score, basically.
Didn't score.
Yeah.
And that's probably been the story of our season, where our attack just hasn't clicked. Defensively, we've been pretty, apart from Luton, we've been pretty sound all season. I think we've conceded the second least goals in the league, something like that. Attacking wise, though, we haven't been the best. But we have games where we play against Lons, we have 7 shots, score 6 goals. Like today, which wasn't them. How many times have we said Odegaard buries them 2-3 times? Saka mistimed his run by a millisecond, and now he was offside. it just it just fell into Villa's hands, and Emery can have his flowers this week. Emery can have his flowers the next couple of weeks, but.
Yeah, 15 in a row for Villa and Emery at home.
And interestingly, it was a club record, but interestingly, he said before the game, if Villa win this, they're title contenders. And he also came out and said in the press conference,
they're not.
Yeah, we are.
No,
he
did.
We are.
I didn't.
He said we
listen.
are.
Oh, really?
He says we're well in amongst it, and we're here to compete.
Well, but then, they are. They have to. But surely they are. If that was us in that situation, then you can't avoid it.
I mentioned earlier that Spurs have lost 16 points in winning positions in the Premier League this season. Aston Villa are the only club in the Premier League not to have dropped a point from a winning position this season.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at stats and you wanted to play it off after 7 minutes, you'll consider the goal. You know that, but you're right up against it. They haven't dropped a single point.
Yeah.
When scoring first.
Yeah, they are good. They are very good at home at the minute.
Yeah.
Or they are a good side at the minute.
Yeah, and they are a good side. They've got good players. They're a good little team. I was frustrated because I thought we played really well. And it wasn't like it was a Newcastle where we were robbed. I just think we deserved something. We deserved at least a point out of that game. And I don't think Villa did enough to get the 3 points, but that's football.
Yeah.
You win some, you lose some, unfortunately. Yeah. And I look at it and think, I try not to overthink it too much. Think, why is it not clicking for Arsenal so much this season? But we're a point off top. We're 3 points above Man City. Those two teams aren't clicking either.
We said it right at the start of the season, but I said that this year the season will go back to slight normal in that, like, you went to Villa and lost, City went to Villa and lost. Like the teams, top 8 teams are very good again, so they'll take points off each other, and yes, now in this, like in the environment that we live in, every game is crucified and scrutinised, and everyone says, "Oh my God, that's the it." Like Tottenham, we lost Thursday. Oh my God, that's the end. We're rubbish. And then Sunday happens. Same with Arsenal. You absolutely on a high. You top of the world, beating Luton in the last seconds, but then you lose against Villa, and suddenly, oh my God, no! It's just that is football. Like, you lose games of football, you draw, you get injured, bad things happen, but it doesn't mean you're not in the title race anymore. It's a damaging result for Arsenal. I believe those games will affect the outcome of the season as a whole. So your games come, the harder games, you've got us still away, Liverpool home and away, City away, I think, and Villa again. Those games will define who wins the league, who finishes second, all the rest of it. But yeah, similar to really what I've got to say about Spurs towards the end. But yeah, obviously Emery has had a wonderful week.
No, he has had a really good week, and beating City and beating Arsenal in a week is absolutely superb. And I think I'd be a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? Annoyed, disappointed with the result if City had gone there and won, and if City had made Villa look
ordinary,
like West Ham,
yeah,
for a point of another, it made them look poor. Then I would have think we should do that. But Villa are clearly a good team. I think they'll be well in their fourth place.
Yeah, I don't think in the new year even Arsenal.
Liverpool still got to go there.
Yeah, and in the new year when Villa get back into Europe and they're starting playing Thursday, Sundays, and who knows, Watkins might get injured. They're very limited squad. They're obviously a very, very good team, but yeah, I think they'll drop off definitely.
They have that Newcastle factor about them where you would have seen it first hand on Sunday. Newcastle home and away, going to St James's Park. Even when they were crap, it wasn't an easy place to go because under the lights, it's just a big, intimidating place to go where some players will crumble and the best players will shine through. Mm-hmm. And Villa are lucky to have that. And it's just one of them things. I just think I try not to overanalyze the game too much. We conceded early. We got back into it. We played well. We missed lots of chances. And if you miss chances like that, do you play well but you miss loads of chances, or have you played badly because you missed lots of chances?
Yes. Yeah.
Which way do you look at it? Do you look
at
it's
glass half full
exactly.
Or half empty? It's two sides to it, and
there's look at it from a positive way of thinking, because I think not many teams have gone to Villa Park like that and played football like that and had created that many chances. But at the end of the day, you walk away with 3 points. And
no one cares
today.
To
Villa. No one's going to remember that performance. They'll remember the 15 wins on the trot. And Hopefully they beat Liverpool there as well.
Yeah.
I don't know who they've got the weekend.
Not sure. Surely an easier game. They've had City and Arsenal in a week. I'm not sure.
So. You would imagine so.
True.
Are you checking now?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. Sorry, quickly look a bit on my phone. 1 second.
They'll be on a Sunday because they're playing Europa League.
Brentford away.
And ironic, that's probably a game they might slip up in.
Potentially, yeah. Brentford aren't as good, but yeah, we'll see.
Right, should we move on back to Spurs?
Yes, Sunday, the 10th of December.
So, weirdly enough, I wasn't too sure where this game would go beforehand. You remember you texted me saying your exact words were, I think Spurs will win in a high-scoring game. Was pretty much bang on.
Yeah.
But the Sky presenters were all like, Spurs will win this. Spurs will win this. And I was thinking,
I don't know why, because they never do that for Spurs, but they never really give their opinion, do they? They always like, keep it K. Like, yeah, it's very odd. I did think like.
There were two Spurs ex-players in the game in there, but
Redknapp's debatable if he likes Tottenham, but yeah, they were like very matter of fact and so confident. It was quite odd. But
and I wanted to ask you a question, but this is why football is the best and why it can change all emotions. And obviously, you've just back-to-back home games. The downer of the West Ham game. You started okay, but how different does this game go if Ben Davies does not get a nick on that ball?
Yeah, and I've got to hear. I was going to say
literally
that. It was a great result, really good performance again, but yeah, if Davies doesn't get a touch on it, we're 1-0 down, and God knows what could have happened.
Yeah, after 10 minutes, and you think, can we go 6 without a win? But that is why it's the most entertaining sport in the world, and that's football. You'll have that chance, and you'll have that, like you've seen it firsthand. If Son's not a whisker offside against Chelsea, you maybe win that 2-3-0, and vice versa.
No, yeah, literally after that moment, it was Spurs pinned them back, and we were brilliant. But yeah, you're right, and the game, the whole atmosphere could have been so different if Davies doesn't get a little touch on it.
And I think he's been a real credit to himself playing that centre back position recently. I think he hasn't really done a foot wrong. Maybe you could argue one of the goals at Chelsea were his fault, but
yeah, he's just a steady Eddie like that. I won't go. Everyone's going not crazy, but I've seen some things about him. But no, like he's just a steady Eddie. Like he's fine for now, filling the gap when we need him. He's okay, but yeah, that's all I say. He's doing a good enough job. He's clearly not a Van de Ven. He's clearly shouldn't be starting for us when players are back. But yeah, as a whole, when he's surrounded again, we've slowly Newcastle game. Our team is virtually back without Maddison and Van de Ven. So Davis surrounded by better players, he's okay, fits in, does a job, and it does work the balance with him left-sided centre back with Romero right-sided, right-footed.
You're a nice guy.
Yeah.
I won't say the next word. I might say it out my mouth.
What's that?
Romero. He's just
God.
an awful bloke, mate.
He's obviously got a mental
Screw
problem.
loose,
Yeah. He's a freak.
But a doggy put you ahead from Song Heung-min's lovely cross. I've watched this guy a couple of times. I'm trying to think. Has Son done a nice bit of skill there? Has Trippier just had a brain fart?
I think, yeah. Son played really well the whole game, and but Trippier struggled. Yeah, Trippier was.
I've never seen
Trippier
just disintegrated.
Yeah, he just stumbled, just lost his foot, and I probably don't read too much into it, but obviously Trippier, Son, they know each other quite well. They played with each other for a long time. You'd have thought maybe Trippier, obviously defending better, but yeah, he just knew that Trippier's got him under the wraps. He is aware of what he could do, but yeah, he just started and played the rest of the game very, very badly. But yeah, but Udogie, as I said, all right, we didn't win Thursday, but he was very good against West Ham. Okay, he made a terrible mistake, but again, he was brilliant. Brilliant Sunday, and rewarded with a new contract today.
About 3 points in a new contract.
Yeah, and his first goal. Yeah. Yep. But he won't be at Spurs for long, but yeah, he was brilliant again.
And then your day's really not going well when R9 decides to turn it on.
The pitch, yep, he's back. No.
And it was a well-worked move, and I think he slotted it away left foot.
Yeah, he won the tackle initially. I think that was his first goal. He like crunched someone and just summed it up, made a tackle, ran in the box and scored. I'm not saying he's a goal scorer, but that is Richarlison. Like, he's not a pretty footballer. Like, he's roll his sleeves up. He might headbutt you. He might put one in the corner, but yeah.
That was his first Spurs goal with his foot.
Yeah, non-headed goal.
It's funny enough, I saw it in the rounds of the week, and it was like all the banter and the clickbait pages were like, Richarlison 60 million still hasn't scored a goal with his feet after 18 months, but
yeah,
you always know the ones where they come back to bite you. And he then followed up in the second half with a second goal. Keeper potentially error, but it was a great ball from Porro.
Yeah, it was a brilliant pass.
Puts it in the corridor of
uncertainty. Yeah, but I text you, I think, but that is Richarlison. Like, that bit of control was probably quite bad. I don't think many other footballers would have had that touch. They'd have probably had a shoot first time or actually got it under control. I think that probably threw off the goalie slightly. But yeah, slides it past Dubravka, makes it 3-0 and gets his second of the game.
With an on-looking Callum Wilson on the bench.
Yeah, he's a donut, isn't he? But again, he epitomises probably what the comments up me and you are both saying and what I'll go and say. But yeah, what goes around comes around. Like, just stay level-headed. I know, again, it's the passion, the emotion. Like, we're doing this, we're talking about it, we're doing the podcast. It's good fun, and that is what football's about. But then, in reality, if you just stay under the radar,
if you're going to be one and be like,
oh,
you've got more bookings than you have,
goals and whatever.
You have to wear one.
Yeah,
sometimes. You just do. Like, if I came on here and just obliterated everyone and then got the hump when we lost, you have to take it on the chin. If you say something outrageous, it don't happen.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said 3-0 Spurs and we lost 2-1 against West Ham. It is what it is. Like,
became one of our most popular posts.
Yeah, and suddenly they come out of the woodwork and everyone's listening. That's brilliant. Thank you for the engagement. But
they comment on that post on Sunday?
No, of course not. No one. There's nothing. Nothing comes back. We'll get onto that. But yeah, it's exactly that. And Wilson probably is. Yeah, he understands that probably more than anyone. But yeah, at 3-0. Sorry, going back to the game, the Romero happened. What?
On Wilson as well.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not being funny. I know I'm going to be.
How is it not red? It's just a red. It's just a red card. It's just.
You look at that and just think he's done him twice while he's on the floor.
Yeah, the first one is, if you're trying to be generous, it's a strong yellow, if that's even a thing, or an amber if you're really trying to be lenient. But then he kicks him again, so it has to be red. The first is a red. The stamp stands on Wilson's ankle, shin, whatever it is. Like, that's a red card regardless. But like you said, he has 2 goes at him and doesn't get red carded.
I mean, that's a sort of tackle that can do. It's similar to like the Matty Cash one, like the other week. Like, it's an awful tackle, and Wilson's lucky that it didn't hurt him.
Yeah, he could he could have done anything.
Calls out till February. So that's 3 months.
Yeah.
If he does that.
Yeah, Wilson. Yeah, they could have ruptured ligaments, his Achilles. I don't know, like bones, broken bones. Who knows?
You said in the podcast last week, like, injuries happen, but suspensions I think can be avoided.
Yeah.
Like, if he had got suspended now.
Is it double? Yeah, double. Yeah, more. Yeah.
So 4 games take you past nearly into the new year, does it?
Pretty much.
This weekend. You would have who have you got this weekend?
Forest Friday.
Then you got Everton on the 23rd.
Yeah.
Then you got a Boxing Day game around there.
We got Brighton and Bournemouth or something. We got like favourable fixtures, but yeah.
Play until the new year.
Yeah.
What?
I know.
And that's 7 games you would have missed out of.
We played 16. That'd have point it'd be 20. Yeah, just.
So you would have played 13 games. You would have played like 55-60% of games because of you've been fit the whole time. You've just been sent off twice.
Yeah.
2 idiotic challenges.
I just don't. What is wrong? Nick said it last week. Like, he's a head loss. Like, what is wrong with him? I thought, this season he's had the red card already, but I thought, maybe there's been a slight change. And even at the end of this game, when it was all everyone was sort of arguing, he was trying to calm it down. But I thought, like 20 minutes ago, you shouldn't have been on the pitch. Like, what? Someone, if they must be, they have to be talking to him and saying something. But and the coaches, they have to get hold of him. Like, what? Yeah, what is he actually doing? I don't. Most weeks this happens. Like, okay, maybe not red card challenges, but he does some outrageous things. You just don't know what he's going through his head. With 3-0 up, just be a centre back. Be Ben Davis. Just become gentle Ben. Fucking let him run through and score if you want. With 3-0 up, it's okay. Just
Do you think there's anything in it it being Callum Wilson?
Nah, I don't buy that at all. There's no way Romero.
He's a South American mate. He's obviously
Yeah, I don't think.
friends with Richarlison.
Romero's doing it. I don't think he's clever enough to work out that Wilson did that. If Romero's doing that, there's no way he's smart enough. He'll understand the Matty Cash thing. I think that's obvious, and who knows what'll happen. But I don't want him to do anything like just play the game, win the game of football, not try and injure people getting sent off.
And it's been a tough week for old Eddie Howe. Injury hit squad is taking its toll. Horrific loss to Everton.
Yeah.
And then they've got AC Milan at home Wednesday night to keep their European dreams alive.
Yeah, and this episode we're talking more obviously about Spurs and Arsenal, but yeah, there's been so many other games in football. Like you said, Newcastle have had a horrific week. Chelsea have had a horrific week, and we might mention them as we go. But yeah, obviously United, the weekend they had the game against Bournemouth. But yeah, also Newcastle might be tired, but just the message from Sky Sports, they were just giving them an excuse, and it was like, don't worry, Eddie, it's all right. Don't worry, you lost the game. It's your boys are tired. It's okay. You're a fantastic club. It's fine. Like, no, I'm not having that argument. So, should we delay the game until Maddison and Van der Ven are back, or Bentancur's not back till February? We'll just postpone this game and play it when we're all back and fit. Like, what a load of crap. It's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. They've been hit by injuries probably worse than most. And yes, they are probably tired, but we played Thursday night. We played against West Ham and lost 2-1. Awful. You played Wednesday, scored in the 97th minute against Luton, conceded 3 goals, but you still played the weekend and not come out and say you're tired. That chat I just thought was rubbish.
And then Song Heung-min rounded off a great win with a penalty.
First
H. Kane.
His first penalty for Spurs this season as well. So, yeah, 10th goal of the season for Son. And then
he's had a really good, caps off another good game for him.
Yeah, he's doing well after the run we've had.
He came off crying and injured, wasn't he?
I don't know. He's emotional guy, isn't he?
And they didn't actually realise till this morning that Joe Linton scored the 91st minute because they turned it off after Son scored.
Yeah, so Joe Linton consolation. So yeah.
No, I didn't realise that until this morning when I was doing my notes.
Yeah.
Right, shall we move on to Team of the Week?
I'd actually got a fair bit to say if you don't mind.
Yeah.
No, still want to go on basically, but I'm just saying, like similar to what we said at the very start, but I'll get to it as I go. But after the West Ham game, I was all the emotional thing. I was angry, frustrated, upset, all of the above. But then, like I said, the days that followed that led into Sunday, I'd calm down and look beyond the 90 minutes of Thursday. Yes, that result, that performance, you're frustrating. We should, regardless of whether I say we should not be losing at home to West Ham, regardless of injuries or whatever. But when you take a step back and you realise what's going on with, so if I explain it in our terms of our season, Sheffield United, everyone's on a high. We scored last minute. Liverpool, we done the same. And then we get extremely lucky with Liverpool scoring in the 96th minute. Own goal, great. Everyone's up here. Then we drop down again. Chelsea, we get down to 9 men. We lose. We're on that terrible losing streak. City away. Then we're back up. We get a brilliant result. No players. Everyone's on top of the world. Then it gets to Thursday with West Ham. We lose. It's up and down. And then we get Sunday again. And when we're battered Newcastle, it's just like you can't even be talking. You just can't live. I don't know. It's just you just got to stay that neutral position and I think at the minute, with us as well, that's why I realised over this last week that we will be, and we are very good at the minute, but we will be very, very good, I think, in the very near future. And we'll probably go through another rubbish patch in the new year. Some will go to Asian Cup. Basuma and Sarr will be gone to AFCON. Injuries are still not returning, so it's going to happen again. But we have to realise with Postecoglou and the new way of playing, some of the new players, we played 16 Premier League games. Like 16, not even half a season yet. 16 Premier League games. And yeah, everyone's saying things about Son as a captain, like just, ridiculous things about Postecoglou and like he's just a fat Aussie and all this stuff's coming out. It's just, I just think we need to just slow down and realise that we actually are playing far better football than we have done for so many years. Surely having what we're doing now with Postecoglou is far better than have those self-obsessed, basically terrorists, Conte and Jose Mourinho in charge. I just feel like yeah, I just feel like we're in a very, very good position. Like the first 10 games, we had our best team possible, unbeaten in 10. Then we go through a terrible patch with injuries, missing players, and some poor results, poor performances. And hopefully, we're coming out the other side of that.
I feel like your season now is just sort of levelled now, because obviously you were going through the highs, but during them first 10 games, obviously you say it's lucky, but I'm going to say it's lucky to beat Sheffield United 97th and 90-12, whatever it was, 90 plus 12-minute winners. Liverpool again. So just for example, you draw them 2 games, draw 2 of the games that in your 5 that you lost or whatever. It all sort of plateaus out. Draws are the ones that kill you.
Yeah.
You can draw 3 on the trot, and it's just simple math. You draw 3 on the trot, or you win 1 and lose 3. Like you get the same amount of points.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether you draw, I think that's what will be normally what wins the titles. The teams that don't drop if you can get it, if you nick it to get the win, or you lose it, then.
But that's like them saying about the not the first 10 games like ruined us. That's probably wrong. But if we had a normal start and we might have won 6 out of 10, drawn 2 and whatever, lost a couple, whatever, everyone would be like, oh my God, we're so much better, we're doing this, we're doing that. But because we had such a brilliant start and then we had such a mess of a few games of late, it's, everyone's just up and down. But look, I know go on about them, but this is West Ham in a nutshell this week of football and football as a whole. They beat us absolutely over the moon. They'll never ever forget that evening. But they go to Fulham and lose 5-0, and they want Moyes dead. They want to throw Antonio in the Thames. They want to slit Jarrod Bowen. Like, they lose 5-0 at Fulham, and they're over the moon beating us. Brilliant, but you just got battered 5-0 at Fulham. So yeah, and then as I said, it's the passion, the emotion of football. That's what it's all about, and all the rest of it. But yeah, I just think we're 6 months into Postecoglou's in charge, his reign at Spurs. 16 Premier League games. We just got to settle down and realise we have some very good players and we're playing some very, very good football.
And I just one last mention on it. For you as a fan, it must be nice to sit back and think where you have been in a total mess for the last couple of years with some horrible blokes in charge, and you look at 2 of the biggest teams in this country, Chelsea and United.
Another
must be so depressing to watch, and whether you win, lose, draw, you're enjoying it. And at the end of the day, I know the old saying is, we don't win anything, what's the point? And okay, none of us will have any fun. We can't celebrate any goal. Enjoyment about it until we actually lift the trophy up. No, you celebrate every goal because it's a low-scoring sport. That's what it is. At the end of the day, we all support for our teams because we enjoy it. We go to the games because we enjoy it. We want to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, what is the point?
Yeah.
If you're going to sit there and be miserable until May the 35th, first, because you might get an FA Cup final, or like I said, our teams will 99 times out of 100 let you down because there's 20 teams in the Premier League, only one can win it. How many teams are in the FA Cup? It's 125, whatever it is. Only one team wins it.
Yeah.
Can you not enjoy anything else apart from that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you just look at some of the other clubs and just like Chelsea. I just don't see the point of supporting Chelsea now. I honestly just pack up and go home. You've lost your whole identity as players and clubs and whatnot. United is just depressing. I don't know.
And I know. I'm sort of talking to many Tottenham fans that have a negative opinion of what's going on, but we could be Man United right now. We could be Chelsea. Like their history is another whole discussion and topic in itself. But they've spent over $1 billion on managers and Todd Bowley's new contracts that were such a brilliant bit of business. But they're in a total mess.
Poch said the only way to sort this out is to get more players.
Yeah, so in January when they spend more money, that'll be fine. No, I think Levy has picked the correct manager. I do think he's extremely lucky, but you need that luck in picking a manager. You can't predict the future, and you don't know. But and like I said, we've avoided that type of character again, and we've done a full 180. But like you said, we could be in a worse state. We could be in what's going on with Chelsea. We could be going on with what's happening at Man United. So I think we'll be just fine.
Right, should we move on to?
Let's do team of the week.
So our goalkeeper vote this week is between Neto and Martinez. Both clean sheets against Palace and United and City and Arsenal respectively. So we thought that's a great vote for you two to put, because we could pick between ourselves who
Yeah.
deserved to go in. If I move on to the first defender, we had is it Adebayo Tosin?
Yeah, I can't pronounce his first name, but yeah, Tosin, the
Two
centre
clean
half.
sheets in 2 5-0 games. He's got 10 goals in a week.
I didn't even. It didn't register that they had such a good week for them. They, 10 goals in a week,
And he
and
got a goal against West Ham
Mhm.
to add to them to assist of those 9 others scored.
yep. And the other defender we went for was Pau Torres from Villa. Yeah, like I said, 2 wins in a week. City and Arsenal, 2 clean sheets.
Kept
Yeah.
Haaland very quiet on
Yep.
on the Wednesday, whenever it was. Moving into midfield, I'm going to go with Philip Billing
Mhm.
from Bournemouth. Goal versus United and in a dominant performance and back-to-back wins for Bournemouth. They're actually top of the form table of all the clubs, beating Palace away and obviously beating United. Billing's one of them players. I'm not too sure what his level is. I remember seeing him live against you lot last year when we went to Alberto and thought he would just be so much better than any single person you've got in that midfield right now. When you had Højbjerg and Skip, I think it was, just 2 unathletic blokes who was getting around the pitch, and he just. With his left foot as well, he just probably looks a bit nicer. But
Yeah.
No, but great win for him and great week for him.
Yep, and the other midfielder had gone for Barkley, who's on the wrong end of 2 results, but like I said, Arsenal, I thought he was everything you wanted and you needed from that player, and again, City, they were very, very unfortunate losing that again, but yeah, a very similar performance really to their Arsenal one, and yeah, Ross Barkley Luton had a very, very tough week, but yeah, Ross Barkley was very good.
And then for attack, we've gone for Raul Jimenez. I'm sort of quite glad to see him scoring again. He's had obviously that bad injury he had against Arsenal, and he's basically fractured his skull. But 3 goals in a week for Fulham, and he's got 4 goals this season now. And obviously, again, 2 5-0 wins, which he was very instrumental in. And his lovely backhill goal against Forest will go down in a goal of the month contender.
Yeah.
Good goals recently, the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, Jimenez, when he sort of first come into the Premier, he was like that sort of mid-table, lower end of the table striker that's actually quite a good player. But yeah, had that horrific injury, and maybe this season he's slowly getting back into it.
Right. Prediction time.
Yes, go on, you go for it.
Right, flash scores. Let's load them up. Saturday the 16th. Shall we go? Ooh. Man City Palace. That's their bogey team, that isn't it?
Yes, it is actually.
I'm gonna go Premier League 3 o'clock. Chelsea versus Sheffield United.
Oh, that's a good one.
New manager bounce.
Yeah,
Chelsea
Sheffield United won at the
awful,
weekend,
but
didn't they?
Chelsea have won like 2 games at home this season against Luton and Brighton, I think.
Yeah, I'll go. I think Chelsea 2-1. I think Sheffield United will battle, but they don't score a lot, do they? And they aren't going to score a lot. So yeah, 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1.
Go on, Tate, do it.
Well, I thought you were going to do it.
No, yeah. We can't both do it.
0-1.
Love it.
0-1. Chelsea 0, Sheffield United 1.
Nice.
Right. Winner and loser of the week.
Yes. Do you want to go? Start us off.
I'm actually going to winner of the week was guest of the show, Nick Deacon.
Oh, yeah, clever.
So it was his debut on the podcast, and he sat here and had 2 predictions to do. And not only did he get them both teams winning right, the exact score, he predicted it would be 2-1 West Ham, Norwich Preston 0-0.
He definitely knew what was going on there.
Absolutely
Yeah.
plucked them 2 out the hat. And he when we texted him in the week, and he was like, I wonder what on earth those odds would have been.
Yeah, the
It was
0-0.
like 10 on both of them. So it was double.
Yeah, it was good. The 0-0 was a joke.
0-0 was outrageous scoreline.
Yeah, very
Winner
nice.
of the league, Nick Deacon.
Very
Didn't
nice.
want to put Unai Emery.
Well, that's why I'm here. Yeah, win of the week, Aston Villa / Unai Emery. 15 wins in a row at home for Villa. Club record, like you said. And we'll get onto the teaser. And he actually said this, I've never achieved this and will never again. And he's probably right. But yeah, brilliant week for them. Beat the top 2 from last season. Didn't concede and ended the week in 3rd. 2 points off the top. First side in 21 years to beat the previous season's 1st and 2nd place teams back to back. And obviously that's fixture dependent, all the rest of it. But yeah, one hell of a week for Aston Villa and Unai Emery.
I think it'd be very popular. Women of the week, loser of the week. There was two in between. I've decided to go. It was between Michael Owen.
Yeah, the apple
Michael
thing.
Owen and his
What
dad
a
nodding at him,
donut.
throwing apples in a bin. And some of the clips going around on Twitter have been unbelievable of that. But I've actually gone for Chelsea captain Reece James, loser of the week.
Nice.
Subbed off on Sunday after 27 minutes versus Everton. Appears to be yet another injury this season. He was subbed on at half-time against Old Trafford, and by all accounts had an absolutely awful 45 minutes and was run ragged by Garnacho and United aren't very good, so it just hasn't been fit all season. He's yet to complete 90 minutes as a Chelsea captain.
Mm-hmm.
He's won one game when he's been playing and as captain. That was against 9-man Spurs, which he didn't even play the full 90 game. He just looks... It sounds harshly saying overweight, or his body doesn't look quite right. But he's just having a stinker, an absolute stinker. And he'd just come back from suspension. And that was a pathetic performance to put in against Newcastle. Got himself fit, then gets suspended. Now he's injured again. On Wednesday night, he was dropped for Cucurella playing right back. Just having an absolute stinker. And I've never particularly liked him.
Side note, Tate doesn't like him. That's fine.
I've never liked him for them.
Well, I will actually follow that theme. My loser of the week is Chelsea Football Club as a whole. Lost at Man United and followed that with a 2-0 defeat at Everton, who have been deducted 10 points, who actually would be 10th on 23 points if it wasn't for that deduction. Poch, Chelsea, the money spent, the money they want to spend, Todd Bowley at the very top. It's just a big old mess. Yeah, Chelsea Football Club, loser of the week.
Perfect. Right. Unai Emery is the 5th manager to win 15 consecutive Premier League home games in charge of a club. Who are the other 4?
15 consecutive Premier League home games. Arsene Wenger.
No.
What? Oh, God. Oh, that was... okay. Mourinho.
No.
What? Pep.
Yes. This one. You're missing a really obvious one.
Klopp.
Yes.
That was not the one you were thinking.
No.
Oh, Ferguson.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Right, so I've said Ferguson, Klopp, Pep. And there's how many? 2 more? One more. 15 in a row at home. Poch.
No.
At Spurs? No.
I'll give you a clue.
Go on.
All the managers have won the Premier League.
Conte?
No, I thought by giving you that clue, I thought that's what you were going to
Right, I was going to rattle off every... Mancini?
Yeah.
When he was at City? Oh, I would, yeah.
Mancini.
I wouldn't have said him without the clue, but... That's, the Wenger one, I was like, adamant, well,
I
surely.
didn't even think of it. I saw the list and you said Wenger. I was like, oh,
No.
wait, he's not.
Yeah. You unbeaten in a season, he didn't do it.
Well,
Obviously, like you said, the draws.
yeah.
They get you.
Yeah, so Unai Emery became the 5th manager along with Sir Alex, Roberto Mancini, Jurgen Klopp and Josef Guardiola.
Nice. Very nice.
Right. Should we leave it there?
Yeah. Yep.
What if it all in? What was it, an hour and 5?
Yeah. Good solid episode again.
Yeah, and we'll be back next week with another pod. You're Friday night. I'm going to Arsenal Brighton. I get shivers thinking about that.
Saturday or was that Sunday?
Sunday, 2 o'clock.
But they're playing.
Mate, we've lost them the last 4 or 5 years.
But then they're playing in Europe this season, and they've got some injuries. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Hopefully, Lamptey plays.
We haven't beaten Brighton at the Emirates for. So let me relook. Last year we lost 3-0. Year before we lost 2-1. And then year before that we lost. I think that was lockdown. I think we might beat them in lockdown, no fans. Then we lost. That was Lundberg's game. We lost. Emery drew their the second last game of the season when they got relegated. Yeah, we haven't won there for 6 years.
You lost twice last year, didn't you? In the
Yeah,
cup
it was at the cup
and
as
the
well,
league.
yeah.
It's the perfect time to beat them.
Well, I hope so. Welbers is injured, so Welbers can't score.
Gutted.
Right, we'll leave it there. Thank you again for listening.
Yep.
And stay loyal.
Stay loyal.